Hi, me again. I'm sending you my monologue. I thought I would just tell you a little bit about the monologue. You'll recognize it, I'm sure. It is from Doris and Ivy in the Home. I recently played the role of Ivy in Toronto. I would try out for the role at Highland HSF, but for a couple of reasons I cannot. One of them being that my son is getting married July the 25th. So I want to be there for that. And so I thought having the role of Marilla Cuthbert, something new and haven't done a musical in a while, would be really quite the opportunity, especially as she is a challenging character to play, but worth the challenge. Anyway, so I'm going to do the monologue from Doris and Ivy. It's at the very end, near the ending of the play. And Ivy rather, is telling Arthur how she feels, something that Marilla is not able to do. So, well, I hope you enjoy it. Doris and Ivy in the Home, me playing the role of Ivy. Arthur, can I tell you a story? When I was 13, I went on a date with this boy. He took me to the symphony. They were performing Joseph Haydn. It was the first date that I'd been on, and probably the first date that he'd been on too, so we were both pretty awkward throughout the entire evening. But I remember I had a wonderful time. I mean, he was such a gentleman, so sweet. And when the night was over, he walked me home, right to my front door. And we both stood there waiting for that, you know what. Right? The kiss goodnight. Now, the porch that we were standing on wasn't very big. I mean, the furthest apart we were from each other would have been 4 feet. So it was the perfect kiss goodnight porch. I mean, if one of us happened to stumble, we would fall into each other's arms. So a kiss goodnight seemed inevitable, if only by accident. But the boy was too shy and I was too shy. And I bet we stood on that porch for 45 minutes. Both of us knowing it was the kiss goodnight we were waiting for, but both too shy to put those desires into words or actions. Anyway, I'd never been kissed in a romantic way before. And I liked this boy a lot, so I was really looking forward to it. I mean, we talked about every topic underneath the sun in that 45 minutes. I mean, school, music, skiing, hair, his hair, my hair. His was curly, mine was straight. And well, you can see how badly this was going. But the whole time we were standing there, all I wanted him to do was to put his hands around my waist, step in and kiss me gently, or as gently as a 13-year-old panic-stricken boy could. But it never happened. He finally gave up, either because he was too shy or it became impossible for him to stand there any longer with perspiration drenching his clothes the way it was. So he said goodnight, walked down the 3 steps onto the sidewalk, and then he disappeared down that driveway. We never went out again. His father got transferred to a different town, and he moved away the next week. I often wondered what he said to himself that night as he was walking home. I suspect he cursed himself for not leaning in and stealing that kiss. At least I hope he did. Anyway, the next year I got into skiing pretty heavily, and I was asked to try out for the junior national ski team. I mean, at first I said no because I wasn't ready. But then I remembered that boy who wouldn't kiss me goodnight and how he must have felt. The regret he must have felt, the regret that I felt. I didn't want to feel that way again. So I tried it for the team and I made it. And every time the opportunity came or that called for a decision, I remembered that boy. Arthur, if I had gone to Austria to that ceremony and something had happened to you while I was away, I would feel that regret. Do you understand? And there you go. Doris and Ivy in the home, my monologue. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I wish I could be there to do this in person, but I'm not. I hope to hear from you. I don't really have anything else to say. It feels so weird just ending it there, but I really appreciate this opportunity. Thank you so much. Bye for now.